So here is my newly completed NBA Jam cabinet. Uh, I built this from scratch basically because I originally was going to get the arcade 1-up offering, but I'm really not a fan of the 4-player control panels. And there's never gonna really be an occasion where I need 4 players on this thing at once. So I basically just took an old X-Arcade tank stick and pulled out all the stock buttons and joys, and I ordered the Street Fighter 2 competition joys and Suzo Hap buttons from Tornado Terry's of Texas. Huge difference. And it's only a $50 kit, so it's an awesome upgrade. Although, with the tank stick, the stock sticks and buttons that it come with are like Hap copies, and they're not all that bad. I mean, I'm thinking about actually putting the joysticks into my the old joysticks into my MK cap. Thinking that they'll do better than the arcade 1-ups, even with 4-pound springs. But that's my cab. Of course, I did all my own graphics for this thing. I basically went into Illustrator and Photoshop, and I wanted to do something a little different than just the normal NBA Jam layout. So I did like a kind of like a. It's hard to see on the sides because it comes out so subtle, but I did like a hardwood pattern. You can actually see it better on the riser. So I mean, just for a fun thing, did a custom cutout on the backlit riser, kind of the same concept as Marquee. This coin door is old. It's something I've had in the closet for maybe 15 years and never really did anything with it. The monitor is actually an old first-gen HD TV that I've had for a long time. It's an Xbox 360 in here, running all the games off of a 500 gigabyte hard drive. So I mean, I have a ton of content on here. I'm using the X-Arcade Xbox adapters where you have to plug through. It took me a while to get it all figured out. You have to plug in a couple different adapters. But this is actually acts as the on-off button, and I can navigate with that really easily. And so I have a ton of content on here. It's basically stuff that I downloaded at one time or another. And let me get to the games list. Jesus. That's the only disadvantage to having an Xbox in here, is there's load times with the games, but I mean the games themselves, I mean next gen, whole bunch of next gen stuff on here, I can play any of these using the tank stick. Capcom Arcade. There's probably about 100 games on here altogether. I've got some good 3D shooters, everything from 8-bit. These are excellent versions of Doom because they redid them from the ground up for Xbox 360. Dragon's Lair is okay. I got FIFA 15. Fight Night Round 4 is something I could sit and pull up a chair and play that all night. FIFA's great too. Tennis, Halo. I mean, just tons and tons of content. Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. There's NBA Jam. I also have Blitz on here. Excellent version of Blitz, high-def version of Blitz. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Pinball. So I mean, it's actually Golden Axe. All 3 versions of Golden Axe. Street Fighter 2 high-def version. Snowboarding. I've got about I've got baseball, every kind of sport that I could get on here. I put on there Street Fighter 2, and so I mean overall it's gonna be, and you can get a used Xbox 360 or even a refurbished one these days for $50, you know, and then you can buy a 500 gig hard drive for like another 20. And that's literally all I have here. This X Arcade I bought brand new. It's been sitting in the box for maybe 6 or 7 years. But that probably I paid $150 for, but you can find them used fairly easily. The plywood that I used was wood that I had sitting in the garage that I was originally going to use for my Pac-Man cabinet, but ended up using like a vinyl sticker for that. So I actually was able to pull this project off without making a single trip to the hardware store somehow. I had to order some stuff online, like some T-molding, and I ordered the buttons and joys online. But yeah, had enough plexi and enough of everything else. I did all the artwork for it myself in Illustrator, Photoshop. I kind of did a remix of the logo, of the original logo, and like made this On Fire Edition version. Kind of hacked apart the old original logo. I wanted to have something original, so like the marquee is like has the same On Fire logo. So I wanted to have something custom, one of a kind. But this is basically going to be my big sports powerhouse cab and kind of next gen cab, so it can do everything. It's got Midway arcade cabinet that has like every single early on Midway game on it, probably like 32 games in that package, all 3 Golden Axes, and just a ton of content on here. And once I figured out the dynamics of how the tank stick runs, I'm really happy with the performance on it, and especially with the upgrade joysticks and stuff that it has. But anyway, thanks for checking it out. Time to play some jam.
Los Angeles Lakers versus the Miami Heat. James wins the tip to LeBron. Passes the rock. Drills the deep two. Artest. Kobe fires from downtown. And that's a big time three right there. His way, and he loses the handle. Oh, nice pass there. He is seeing red now. From just inside the arc. Ever find yourself in a bathroom stall and then you realize you're in the women's room? Right on him! Artest? Uh-oh! Rejected! In the lane, shoots a soft touch at the rim, and that is good. Brilliant! And the ball came off his hand kind of funny, that's short. For the dude! Good shot from just inside. Firing! Whoa, nice catch! And he just mauls the defense for a pickup of 27. The defense calling out signals. Now fired. It's a gain of 8 on the play.
Climbed these streets and I found my way over. You know I've been so lost in translation, like I'm fighting for truth in Babylon.
The Sweet Lake Classic. Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round 1 underway. Let's talk about the pre-fight chatter heading into this fight of Muhammad Ali against Mike Tyson. Oh, he gets hit by the left hand that he
Eat
had
it,
no
bitch.
clue on. And just as we anticipated, toe-to-toe right from the start.
No introductions necessary.
Boy, what he deserves. The ref getting involved, warning him for the headbutt. Unable to get to Ali. Ali blocked it.
Important second serve here for him.
All right, you got a player love 30 down right now. You got to get a first serve in here, right? You're desperate for a free point.
Next point, of course, love 40, you're in real trouble. So looking for a big.
Participating in vital research, my friend.
Oh, Groves. What is this?
It seems to be yes. Ezekiel managed us to it. These juries have it. Listen to him. 2 months